I am really out here trying to think if I've done, like, anything worth mentioning.
Business as usual.
And I'm coming up depressingly empty.
That's no fun.
It's
I
not.
need the new and exciting.
Oh,
The
well, the
latest.
last time I saw my... Hold on, is my... No, it's fine. Last time I saw my therapist, she gave me this fun sort of noodly fidget toy that I've been really obsessed with. Because I love a good
That's
fidget.
fun.
I love a good fidget toy.
But, like, what is it? Like, what's it made of?
It's like
Describe it for our audio listeners
it's
who can only
just like it's about
imagine.
like 10 inches long. It's literally just this like noodle of like rubber or like silicone or some
Oh,
stretchy material.
it's a stress noodle?
Yeah, it's a stress noodle. um and I
I like
love
that.
it. Like I'm just having so much fun.
I need a stress noodle.
10 out of 10 would recommend. I'm sure you can get them for like, I'm sure you could get like 100 of these for approximately $3 on the internet.
God. It looks like a silicone drinking straw.
Yeah, maybe a little. Perhaps just a tad.
That's like, they don't bend as much though. That's like the raw form. Like when
Yeah.
you don't cook it yet. And that's the cooked version.
This is the cooked version of a silicone drinking straw.
Oh my God.
Um, and it was warm in my neighborhood today, so I decided to take my dog on a
That's
walk.
SpongeBob?
It is.
Oh, I'm
Do you have a
looking at your
cutie bug
shirt.
tank top? But I
I
decided to
like
take my
it.
dog on a walk and at the same time also take my snake on a walk. Yeah, hot girl
Wow.
summer is out. Weird girl
Was a
summer is
snake around your
in.
neck?
Yep.
Nice. I'm just imagining them both on leashes.
I
Your
wish.
snake on a leash.
I don't know if that would physically be possible.
You should train your snake to do that. That's some I don't even know.
Can we invent a snake leash?
A, s- a snake leash.
Because
How would
here's
that
my
even
thing.
work?
Like, with a lot of snakes, like, there's a taper, their neck tapers, so, like, if they had, like, a
Hmm.
collar type thing on, like, it couldn't get past, like, their jaw. So,
Yeah.
like, it's not gonna slide off, but, like, I don't know, though. Snakes are pretty squishy. So, like, I feel like they could wriggle out very easily. It's not like, because they sell things
Tight.
like bearded dragon
Hmm.
harnesses. Like, people can take their bearded dragons on a walk. And I just feel like there's no good anchor points on a snake.
Use your stress noodle, like tie it around, and then like it's actually also it doubles as a snake leash.
I think I'm just gonna get like, you know how people wear like fanny packs as like crossbody bags?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just put her in
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
I feel like
Wow.
that's a good form
It's
of
cute.
snake transport.
Yeah.
So
I'm
that's what's
trying.
up with me.
No.
What's up with you?
I'm currently trying to find an apartment to live in. It's not going well. I'll tell you that.
We do hate to hear it.
I hate looking for places to, like I like it in theory, but once I actually have to do it, I'm like, oh my God, I have to talk to people like
Mm-hmm.
because I don't have the funds to live in a studio apartment. That would be nice, but I can't do that. So I'm trying to reach out to people. Um, Sometimes they don't answer, and you gotta use your best judgment. Like, not to say that, like, oh, I don't like to judge people, but when you're living with someone, like, I gotta make sure I could live with you. Like, you're
I'll come
not
share
like,
an apartment with you.
wanna live in Connecticut?
Yeah, sure, why not?
But yeah, that's all that's new with me. For the most part.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
Why do I just respond to literally everything with the like same combination of just like meaningless words that like Jesus, and I'm not...
Seems fair.
And I'm not, like, turning off my phone. Oh, my God. I am an absolute disaster tonight. But, yeah, why do I just, like... I just say the same, like, default, vaguely positive response or anything, whether or not it makes sense. It's always like, yeah, that's fair. All right, that's valid.
You're like that. A talking toy with the same 5 responses.
Why am I like this? I wish I knew. I really wish I could offer some explanation as to why I am the way that I am, but thus far I've got nothing.
I don't know, man. I don't have the answer.
Alright, but tonight I wanted to start with this. Who are some men that you would trust to watch your drink, to hold your drink at a party?
I don't trust anyone. No, I'm just kidding.
Can't say I blame you.
Kind of not kidding. But that's a fault, not a virtue. Do they have to be famous? Or can it be like...
be helpful if they were, because then people might know what we're talking about. I got a couple.
I was gonna say my dad. Like, here, Dad, hold this.
Oh my God, yes.
I
would
trust him.
Trust Joe Kelly to hold my drink at a party. That man has never done me dirty.
Hasn't faulted me yet.
Correct.
That's actually your downfall. It's the person you least expect it from.
You're not wrong. Hosier.
Ooh, good one.
I trust Hosier.
He's a musician, for those who
for the
are unaware.
Harry Styles.
Yes.
I trust him.
Hold on. Yeah, think about this. Oh, oh God. Which one is he? Hold on. You'll know what I mean in a sec. Oh, Chris Evans. I was going through my Rolex of all the Chris's. I'm like, what's the last name I'm looking for?
The superior Chris. Yeah, I would definitely
trust ultimate Chris.
Chris Evans with my drink. John Mulaney. Bo Burnham.
Mm-hmm.
Specific to me, Kyle McLaughlin. I would trust Kyle McLaughlin to hold my drink at a party.
No, I need to think about this longer.
We can also throw out some men that we would not trust to hold our drink at a party. John Lennon. Do not trust him. Who else would I not trust?
Why am I forgetting, like, every person who's ever existed? It's the same type of deal when you ask, like, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite movie? Like, mine, wiped. Like,
I'm just trying to think of, like, every single... Every guy that's ever been, like, white boy of the month.
Oh, Logan Lerman.
Logan Lerman!
Lerman, that's his... I trust him.
I would trust him.
He was in the, which franchise was that
Percy
again?
Jackson.
Yes. He seems nice. I let him hold my drink.
Yeah, I trust him.
Don't take your eyes off that, Logan. Who's, like, problematic? Who would I not trust?
Fucking Shane Dawson. I wouldn't trust that man. Oh,
not touching my drink. I don't know. I'm just thinking of, like, obvious people, like R. Kelly.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. But, like, oh god, James Charles, wouldn't trust him.
No.
David Dobrik.
Mm-mm.
None of them. None of them.
These are YouTubers, by the way.
Yeah, these are all, like, really shitty YouTubers. Oh, I would trust Gus Johnson to hold my drink at a party. And, what's his name? Julian Solomita. I trust him. I trust him with my life.
Oh. Trying to think. Who's the guy who's in, like, every Netflix movie now? Noah something?
Noah Centineo? I don't know if I trust him.
I don't trust him. Nothing really, like, has happened with him, but I feel like something's about to go wrong there.
Yeah.
So I don't trust him.
There's a vibe. There's a vibe I get. I agree.
Something's about to happen. And it's not good, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm trying to see if anyone else jumps to mind or if we're just kind of beating this topic to death.
I trust Tom Holland to guard my beverage.
Not a bad answer. I'm also, like, looking around my room for potential inspiration, because I have a lot of posters of, like, musicians and stuff. But I don't know, I think we've covered the most notable examples.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Hozier and Harry Styles in particular, trust them with my life. I've never met them, but I trust them with my life.
They can guard my drink. They can have the deed to my house. Like,
It's fine.
it all goes.
They can have my
It's all
social security
good.
number. It's okay.
Yeah, sure.
It's fine. Yeah, okay, we got anything else to say on that or anything tangentially related?
As a, like, I generally, like, I trust more so women to guard my drinks, but I'm trying to think of women who I would not want to have my drink be under their watchful eye.
Girls now?
Yeah. Because I feel like that's, like, they'd have to be sneaky, where I'm like, I don't know, you might walk away from this.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for very good reason. Who else I'm trying to think of someone who's just straight up seems shifty, like, not someone who is actually, like, admitted to, like, doing shitty things. I'm trying to think of someone who just gives me, like, a vibe. Debbie Ryan.
Really?
I don't trust her.
You wouldn't want her doing that look to your drink?
No, I wouldn't.
That mean she sees your drink.
Nope. I don't want that near my beverage, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who else. I'm sure there's plenty more that are just not coming to me.
I wouldn't want any of the royal family, the English royal family, to guard my drink, except Harry and Meghan. They can watch my drink.
Yeah, they're fine.
The rest of them, I don't know.
I don't think so. Oh my god, a couple days ago, we took my dog to the groomer, or I took my dog to the groomer because I was the only one who was home, and she has been shorn right down. She is so soft and like she's not like shaggy anymore, but she's still really fluffy, and like, oh, her fur is so soft. It feels like petting a carpet. It's absolutely lovely. But when I was driving her back from the groomers, like, my mom had just stopped at our house, like, to, like, get a snack before, like, going back to work. So, like, our cars were passing on the street, so I stopped and, like, rolled my window down, and the dog is, like, you know, looking out the window at my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom took a picture, and the dog's in the background, like, with her mouth open a little bit, just kind of, like, staring at the camera, and she sent the picture to my sister, and my sister's like, oh my god, Piper looks like Prince Philip in the back of the car.
Oh my god.
And, like, she really did.
That's funny.
It was pretty good. But yeah. There's a slightly notable thing that's happened in my life. My dog is clean and no longer stinky.
That is great.
She hates the groomer so much, and it's so funny because she loves people. Like, she could take or leave other dogs, and, like, every time I walk her down the street, like, all the other dogs at people's houses will start barking because they, like, want to play with her, and Piper's just, like, kind of just trots along, like, oh man, I wonder what all that's about. Like, she has no idea.
She minds her business.
Yeah. And she, like, wants to be friends with, like, every single person that she sees. So when I was taking her to PetSmart to get groomed, she, like, she was freaking out, but she also wanted to, like, go up to, like, the person, like, you know, one of the groomers that was, like, checking her in and, like, you know, get pets and everything. And it was so funny because it was just, like, she's like, I want to be your friend, but I know you're going to give me a bath. So she didn't really know what to make of that.
Yeah. Oh my
gosh. Oh, love her. Love my dog. Would die for her. She's a very good girl. I'll include some pictures in post-production for the people to enjoy. But yeah, love my dog. You don't have a dog, do you?
I wish. I don't have any pets.
Oh, big sad.
My mom's like, you kids are animals enough, so. Yep.
Ouch. Wow.
I tried keeping bugs in the house because I'm like, I'll find my own pet. Didn't work.
You should get a tarantula.
I think.
Weird girl summer.
I know. I'll walk my tarantula and you walk your snake.
No one will ever bother us.
Good.
Well, how about we talk about our favorite form of exercise?
So, I used to do a lot of figure skating, so I'm gonna have to say that. However, since the pandemic, I haven't been doing that just because the rinks have been closed. They're open now, but, like, I don't have time. So it's been running and going to the gym, but I'd say mostly running because every time I go to the gym, I run.
I hate running so much. I cannot believe that people do it voluntarily. Like, what? Try to explain this to me, please. I want to know, what is the appeal? Because my sister loves running too, and she's like, oh, like, it's just, like, it clears my mind, it gives me so much time to think.
Yeah.
But, like, when I try to do it, all I'm thinking is, God, this hurts, I fucking hate this.
You gotta do, like, a little at a time and build your way up. Like, you really won't start enjoying it until you get better at it, and better for you is, like, different for, like, each person. Like, everyone's better is something else, because
I don't think
we all have different starting points.
I don't want to keep doing something I hate that much.
It gets to a point where, like, you're in the middle of your run. It's always, like, in the middle where at first you want to stop because, like, all right, like, I'm tired, but you get, like, a second wind and you almost forget that you're running. So that's when it becomes enjoyable. That's, like, the peak. Like, yes, I'm exercising. I feel good. But, that might not be the same for everyone. Like, I know you do, not to steal your answer, but, like, or say your answer, but, like, biking.
Yeah, I do a lot of it. Like, I love biking. Actually, that is one of my answers. The other one, I haven't done this in a while because, Rona. Skiing. I love me some skiing. And I haven't done it in quite a hot minute, but when I was in, like, grade school and high school, my family would ski, like, every single weekend in the winter. And I am quite a big fan, but I haven't done it in a little while.
That's fun. I mean, I imagine I've never been skiing, but although apparently if you're a good skater, you're a good skier, and vice versa. So I don't think I'd be horrible at it.
I actually took skating lessons when I was a little kid, but we stopped doing that
Yeah.
because my sister and I wanted to ski instead. So that's what we started doing. Especially because skiing, it's like one of those things where like it is essentially like riding a bike. Like once you learn how to do it,
You
never forget. And so then like, you know, and like a lot of people, like tons of people, like it's a fun thing to do with your friends. Like even if you don't ski all the time, like once you know it, if someone's like, "Hey, we're going up the mountain for the weekend. You want to come?" Like, why not? Yeah, I haven't done it in a
I'm
while,
there.
though.
Do you snowboard or
No,
no?
I actually want to learn how to snowboard, but that also requires like investing money, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But I do still have a really nice pair. Oh, why is my camera out of focus? Do better. But yeah, I do still have my very nice pair of skis in the basement. Although I probably need new boots. I don't know if my old ones would still fit. Yeah, that's my preferred form of exercise in winter. And I just love biking. I love it so much. Because, like, I find it much more satisfying. Like, I have tried so hard to make myself be a runner. Like, I really just don't think it's ever gonna happen for me.
I will say about biking is that like you get to see more scenery, and I think you can do more with less. Like
Yeah.
you can definitely bike more miles than you could run,
And I find that really satisfying because I like to see myself like racking up miles. And
Yeah.
like with biking, like yeah, especially like if you're doing a lot of hills, like it kind of sucks. But like if once you get up, you get to just coast down, so you get a little break. Like with running, you're always moving. Like
Yeah,
even if you are running like downhill.
that's true.
And also when I'm biking, I be listening to my podcasts, which is lovely. So other small thing I recently did, I bought some stuff for my bike because I'm like becoming one of those like actual like really annoying like cyclist type people that's like always like upgrading their bike and stuff. But one of the things I bought was a bell because I don't like to, because like, you know, you're supposed to say like on your left or whatever when you're gonna pass somebody on a cycling trail, and I don't like to speak. I like to avoid it when I can, which is really ironic because here I am speaking on camera. But in my, you know, in my public life, I like to avoid saying words when I can. So I bought a bell for my bicycle, but it's shaped like a little cheeseburger. So now my bike
cute.
has Burger Bell, and I love it.
Burger Bell.
Burger
I just
Bell.
thought of something. I think it's pretty genius.
Do tell.
So like I'm thinking like I really don't mind speaking in public. I mean, I don't go out of my way to like to strangers, but like, you know, if I had to say something to a random person, it doesn't bother me. But I'm just thinking, what's the one time where it does? And I'm like, oh, when I'm in the bathroom and like someone knocks on the door of the stall. So like I wish they had a bathroom bell. So like when someone knocks, you could just be like, ring ring, like it's occupied.
Or like when
Because
the
like
lock like slides and it has like the green or like red. Like you know what I'm talking about on some stalls?
yeah,
I like
occupied
that.
or vacant.
Because
Yeah,
then
no,
you
but
have to,
some
because
people don't.
otherwise you have to do the awkward bringing it back to John
Someone's
Mulaney
in
once again.
here. Yeah.
Someone's in here.
Uh,
Someone's in here.
I think that would solve, you know,
But yeah.
the verbal issue of
And like
having to
this,
speak up.
doing this doesn't even feel like speaking to an audience because I'm just talking to you and then I put the video on the internet later. Like
Here's the conversation
Yeah.
you missed.
there's no public involved. So, but yeah,
It's just social hour
I love my burger.
between two friends.
That could have been That's our alternate podcast title instead of like Between Two Ferns. Between Two Friends. I am claiming that now if we ever have to rebrand.
Between two friends.
Don't know why we would have to, but it's ours. So, yeah. I like my bike and I like my Burger Bell.
Bikes and burgers.
Actually, this weekend I'm probably going to go try a new bike trail in Saratoga with my cousin, which is going to be really fun because it's the first time I'm like going out biking with someone that's not like either my sister or my parents. So I've never actually had the experience of like biking with somebody and like talking.
I was gonna say, oh, someone who you're not related to. Oh wait, it's your cousin.
No, it's my cousin.
Someone who you're distantly related to.
Well, technically
More
we're not
distant.
blood related.
There you go. You're really branching out.
His mom married my biological cousin. So.
You're branching out.
Well, I mean, you know, I have very few friends that, like, either live around, that, not that I don't have any friends that are from here, but a lot of them are, like, no longer here because they're going to, like, grad school or they, like, actually had jobs lined up, like, right after college because they were in, like, you know, kind of, like, hyper-specific fields and stuff. So, my options around here are severely limited.
Yeah.
Not that my cousin isn't cool, but you know.
No shade to the cousin.
No shade to my boy Ethan. But yeah, we're going to a trail in Saratoga on the weekend, and I'm excited.
I hope you have fun. I think it's gonna be nice weather. Well, you're not near me, but
it's been
probably will be nice weather.
And I'm a person who enjoys rain. Like, I like an excuse to, like, stay inside in my cozy clothes and, like, read books and drink tea and play video games. I am all for that, but it's been absolutely, like, for, like, 2 or 3 weeks, nothing but, like, rain and, like, cloudy and nasty here. And, like, for the first, like, week, it was fun. I was like, ooh, I got a little week to just, like, you know, not feel bad about, like, doing all my fun indoor activities, and now I'm just, like,
where's the sun?
Where's the sun? But
I like when it rains.
It has improved. We've had some better days. So
I like rain, but I especially like rain when I'm working because like I'm not missing a good day.
Right.
But that's like now every day for me, so now it doesn't even matter anymore. But
like,
hopefully that ends soon.
The ultimate like times for rain, just like rainy fall days. Love to see it. Or like at night. I just love that. Like, I love rain at night and you like fall asleep.
Yes, I love that too. But back to working in the rain, but like not actually in the rain. Yeah, I'm just thinking more about this now. And I really do like when it rains when I work, because I'm like, if I can't be happy, none of you can. You're all gonna suffer with me. But the worst thing is when I'm working my customer service job at the bakery, and it's like, it's always the most beautiful days ever, and I'm just standing there like a fool inside all day slinging donuts.
I hate to see it.
I don't know what is up with these customers, but they come in and they're like, it's a beautiful day. Have you been out there? Like, no, I haven't.
I'm in here giving you donuts.
I arrived in the pitch black and I'm gonna leave in the pitch black because I work all day.
Oh my god, when I used to work in a pool store, it was really ridiculous. Like, on these super nice days, like super like hot, when you would think people would be in their pools, it would always be really busy. But then on like super rainy days, it would be absolutely dead. And I always thought that was kind of funny because I'm like, because like rain can like screw up your pool, like, because you know you're adding water, throwing off like the chemical balance. So I would always think like, why on a day when like people are most likely going to need to do something to their pool, like after the rain ends and stuff. Why does no one come in and like get the things they're gonna need to handle this, and like come in on these like hot ass days when they should be swimming? And like sometimes if like there's some things, if you put them in, like you have to wait like 24 hours until you can swim again. So like, also that job just straight up sucked.
Because that's also true for the bakery. Like, it's so busy on nice days, but when it's raining, like, no one comes in. And I'm just like, this is a perfect time to, like, I don't know, stock up. Well,
nothing that's more like sitting in a like cute little cafe in the rain. Oh my god.
Yes.
Makes me
love that. That's the time
character
to go.
energy.
No, but I guess it's just like a nice weather thing. Like when it's nice out, people feel like going out. Whereas like if it's rainy, like, oh, just stay home today. But,
probably. I mean, if it's nice out and I'm like walking, like I might grab like an iced latte, but I'm not gonna like sit down.
No, like when it's raining, I'm like, oh, time to do all my errands I've been putting off, like all my boring stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I simply
go
do
to
not
the
know.
Pool store.
God, that was such an awful job. Like, that was such a bad job. Actually, I hated that job so much that, for my public speaking class, when we had to do, kind of just like a do whatever you want type speech as our, like, final project, and we performed in a, like, we had, like, an open mic night in a cafe in Geneseo. It was at Sweet Arts. And the thing I did, maybe I'll post this on, like, my personal YouTube, even though it has a lot of swearing in it. The whole thing was just a speech that I titled, quote, "A letter to my asshole boss from last summer."
My God. I love that.
Yeah, maybe I'll put that on my personal YouTube channel. I don't know.
You should. I was in the same class but a different semester. I'm thinking about all my public speeches I have. I have some of them on my phone. Like, those are never gonna see the light of day. Like, they're so bad.
Yeah, that was the only one I was really proud of. The others, I was just like, I just need to get through this class so I can do the rest of the things in the comm major, because it was a requirement.
And I actually don't mind public speaking, but just when it's like so rehearsed like that, like I like just getting up there and, I don't know, having a general idea, but not like a verbatim speech that I have to have memorized.
That's fair. I can riff a little.
Yeah, like, I do some improv.
See, that's why I actually liked my rhetoric of stand-up comedy class better, because I could, like, even though it was still public speaking, like, I could have a little fun with it.
Yeah. I'm just having now war flashbacks of, like, staying up till, like, 4 a.m, just practicing my speeches in, like, study rooms, like a crazy person.
What a time.
People walking in, trying to find a study room, and they just see me talking to myself.
Yeah. Ugh, don't miss that. Okay. So now that we've covered just so many bases, my next thing.
What were we even talking about?
I think we started with favorite form of exercise. I
genuinely How do we get to public speaking?
Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. But,
That's a bad one. I really don't remember the trail.
Neither do I. This is especially...
Usually I'm, like, good at remembering, like, alright, I could see the tie. I don't know how we got there.
Nope. But here's another thing that I came up with, and this isn't, like, quite a question. It's technically a make a playlist, but we're not actually picking specific songs here. I think there's a formula that one can use to create a playlist that will make people think you're cool in 10 songs or less. But I want to fine-tune the formula, because I have some ideas.
Alright, let me open my Spotify for this, because as we just established, I can't, if you ask me, like, certain songs TV shows, whatnot. I won't remember any of them.
Okay.
I will forget everything about myself, so gotta open it up.
But, like, I think, like, no matter what songs you pick, like, it doesn't matter which individual songs you're picking. I think it...
Artists.
Not even that. You just have to have a certain... like, a few different types of songs. Like, you gotta have a couple of the crowd pleasers. So these are, like, your Bohemian Rhapsodies, your Don't Stop Believins', your, you know, Dancing Queens. Right, things that everybody, regardless of, like, music taste, background, everyone's gonna know it.
Stuff they play at a hockey game.
Yeah, things like that. Yeah. So you have to have a couple of those, but that shouldn't be your whole playlist. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, like, 2 or 3 songs like that. So 2 or 3 crowd pleasers. And then, like, a deep cut from a popular artist. So somebody like, let's say, like, Post Malone or whatever, but your favorite Post Malone song that, like, people tend not to know.
Oh, so, like, the obscure one that, like, not everyone...
Like, a popular artist, but something obscure by them.
It's like, oh, I like them, but, you know, this song...
Yeah, exactly. So you have your crowd pleasers.
Bet you didn't.
You have, again, maybe 1 or 2 obscure songs from a popular artist.
Mm-hmm.
I think you do need a really obscure artist on there.
Yeah.
And
yeah, because you gotta push the new artists. Exactly. Like, oh, well, you heard those obscure songs by an artist you know. Well,
how about this?
Here's an obscure song by an artist you don't know.
And I also think, like, one, like, random kind of, like, some song that your dad showed you growing up.
Okay.
Like, no matter what it is, there's always one, like, kind of, like, even if it's not, like, that old, there's one song that your dad showed you that's, like, a really great song, but, like, no one else ever seems to know it.
Okay.
That song.
Gotcha. Alright, so... can we make this playlist together?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Alright, you want to start with the...
2 or 3 crowd pleasers.
Alright.
How about Mr. Brightside?
Oh, excellent. Would not turn that off.
You're making the actual playlist. I'm gonna write down the formula that we use, and then we'll see. And then we'll test it with, like, some different songs and see if we still get the right vibe.
This is
science.
My friends playlist.
Yes, the official playlist to make people think you're cool in 10 songs or less.
Okay, so
2 to 3 crowd pleasers.
Right Side by the Killers.
So, like, what's another song in that vein?
Alright, so that's like from the 2000s. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should get one from the 90s. Have some variety. Or the 80s.
2002.
Didn't that album come out in 2006? Hold on.
I have no idea.
Came out in... I don't even know what that album's called. For us, 2004.
Okay, yeah, so that's solidly 2000s, not like borderline 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Ya by Acast.
That's a good one.
That's a solid
that can be on there.
And then...
like... what about, like... does it have to be an upbeat song, you think, or...
Not necessarily. This is just make people think you're cool. This doesn't have to be like we're at a party.
Alright. What about, like, Wonderwall?
Okay.
I just like that song.
No, that's fair. Okay, so 2 to 3 crowd pleasers. And then what did we say was next?
Oh, then...
1 to 2...
Is that songs by an artist you know, but it's obscure? No, not yet, right?
Obscure songs by popular artists.
Yeah.
So since there's 2 of us, let's do 2 and we each pick one.
Alright.
And I don't think it has to be a current popular artist. Like, it could be, like... It could even be, like, a really underrated, like, Queen song, you know?
Okay. Alright.
I think I'm gonna pick Time by David Bowie.
Okay. I'm having trouble picking, like, what artist would be good. Hold on. What's next on the list, just so I know?
That one song your dad showed you.
I thought there was another category.
Oh, we definitely said put some obscure shit in there.
Oh, obscure shits by artists that you don't know.
But how many?
I think 2, did we say?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put 2 for now.
I don't like this. Hold on. I need more time.
I'm trying to think of a good example for that one song your dad showed you.
What? Because your dad shows you a lot of songs, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. My sister and I have, like, a really hyper-specific playlist of, like, songs that we remember from our dad's car specifically. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look at that for inspiration right now on my phone. Oh, I'm a genius. Hold up.
Alright, you know what? So, the popular artist that you did, David Bowie. So, I'm gonna pick a more recent artist.
Okay.
Pick The Weeknd, who I really like, but I'm gonna pick something off his, like, first album back, like, 11 years ago. And it's called Loft Music.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with. I hate
So,
choosing.
here would be one of my responses for that one song your dad showed you. Mine would be You Can Call Me Al by Paul Simon.
Okay.
How many songs are we up to?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, we haven't picked anything by an obscure artist yet.
Yes. So we'd have 7 in total, because we said 2 of those. Okay. Now I gotta go back to the playlist again.
Oh, and I'm gonna add final category. Any song, you need one song in a foreign language.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I think I'm getting there.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna start looking at my Spotify for some lesser known folks.
Inspo.
I'm also like so wary of referring to any artist as like obscure, because I don't want to sound like one of those people who's like, oh, I bet you've never heard of them, when like
I know
everyone has, like, you know, even like obscure artists, some people are gonna have heard of them.
Do you know the artist? He's also like on Instagram, like he makes edits.
Mm-hmm.
Croissant.
No.
Well, I like him, and there's a song called Dream Girl. I'm gonna add that to our list.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to pick something. Hmm. Trying to pick a good one. These guys aren't like crazy obscure, but do you know Wallows?
Yes. Which song?
I was gonna say Drunk on Halloween.
I don't know that song.
Okay.
I like Wallows though.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't know all their music.
Or my other kind of obscure-ish pick would be Alec Benjamin.
I know him too. I like Let Me Down Slowly.
Oh, I love Steve.
Steve.
Why are we finally finding common ground after
Our common ground
33
is
episodes?
Obscure artists. Obscure
How is
artist
this finally happening?
I don't know.
So we both listen to main character music.
Yes.
Is what I'm getting here.
Oh, I literally have a playlist. Let me pull it up.
Oh, I'm pulling from my main character playlist right now.
I have a playlist called hold on. Oh, this is similar to being a main character. I feel like I have my life is a, in parentheses, dramatic movie. Most of those songs on that playlist have come from like just songs I found in like TV shows or movies, like when the climax is happening and like, ooh.
Okay. And then one song in a foreign language.
Oh,
I'm trying to think of ones that are, like, I listen to a lot of Russian music. I'm trying to think of a song I could possibly recommend that isn't in Russian, because I have no way of telling you how to search that.
I'm gonna butcher these names. All right. You know, we actually were exposed to this artist in class. Um, you know, and like, you know how we watch music
Yes, I know
videos
exactly
before.
what class you're talking about, but which song is it?
Um, you know, India,
Indira.
or no, from France.
Yeah,
Yeah, her. I can't say the name, but something by her.
works for me.
What about you?
Um, I am probably gonna butcher this pronunciation. Hold on, my Russian is far from perfect. But my song that I was gonna suggest was, and let me scroll down to my playlist of Russian music. Where is it? Is Spotify deleting my things? I would prefer it. Oh, there it is. We, the one I would suggest would probably be Zrachki by Почти Счастье.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know it, but
I mean, it's a banger if you ask me, but yeah, that would be what my suggestion would be. So, but how do we feel about this formula? I think this is pretty solid.
especially if you put on shuffle,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's good.
I would keep people on their toes, but you would never completely
Start with
lose
like,
people either, because
yeah.
every time be like people might be like, oh, she's all just playing like she's just playing shit I don't know. One of the crowd pleasers would come on and be like, all right,
Relatable.
relatable. That's
We got
exactly
some
what we want.
common
We want the right
ground.
amount of relatable while also like sneaking,
Like you,
like sneakily maybe like converting people to like check out an artist.
yeah. Like you definitely couldn't start with the foreign song or the obscure song by obscure artist. You'd have to start with
Yeah,
at
you'd have to
least
either
either
start with
the
like the
crowd
obscure song by
pleaser
popular
or
artist or one of the crowd pleasers.
yeah.
But I think that breaks it up nicely. Like I think
Hmm.
whatever your music taste is, if you follow this and then you're like on aux when like your friend is picking up two of their friends that you haven't actually like met or
Hmm.
whatever and you're driving somewhere, if you're
Yeah.
on aux for that, I think you're going to make a good impression.
You'd be a good car DJ.
That's literally my favorite task when I'm like in the car with anybody. Like,
I picked up my sister from Rochester
mhm.
yesterday and the day before. And my parents were in the car as well, and I was the DJ the whole time. There weren't any complaints. I think I kept everyone
Oh my
happy.
god,
I
whenever
was
I'm in the
taking
car with my mom, she
requests.
always complains about the music. Like as soon as I play a single song she doesn't know, none of that. I don't know why. I simply do not get it.
Mm.
So yeah.
Sometimes my mom complains, but not all that much.
Yeah. As soon as it's a song she doesn't know, he's just
My
like,
dad
play
never
something I know.
complains.
I'm
It's
like,
great. I could play like
oh my god, same. My dad, king. Like he used to always pick
sometimes
me up from Geneseo, like before I had a
yeah.
car there. Like he would listen to like musical theater soundtrack after musical theater soundtrack on the way home and not say a word.
Aw.
No complaints. Absolute king. Fun times. Fun times. So, we do technically have one more thing on the list, but we're also coming up on about an hour, and like, I kind of want to save it.
All right.
Because I
Let's
think that,
say
like, that's at least a 30-minute conversation, frankly.
let, let's keep them in suspense.
Yes. You'll have to wait until next week to find out what it is.
Ooh, we're leaving breadcrumbs.
Little trail, drop some hints. Um, but yeah, that's how you make a playlist that will hopefully make people think you're cool based on your music taste.
I'd come in your car, but I wouldn't let you hold my drink. That's another level.
Yeah, For that, you have to make a playlist of at least 20 songs.
Yeah. To make
well,
sure you're okay.
Any concluding thoughts?
I've now gone through almost 2 ice waters in this podcast.
I went on a bike ride today, so I am like just ridiculously hydrated.
What did I even eat that was salty? I don't know. I was so thirsty. I'm gonna be chugging these the whole. Right. I'm gonna drink something else, maybe water after. Like, this is like sparkling water, regular water.
Yeah. Hydrate or dihydrate.
Yes.
I think that's a good note to end on. Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Folks.
Sorry about the non-reusable bottle. I feel bad, but I want seltzer. I don't know what else to do. Can't really just turn on the faucet and have black cherry sparkling water fall out. Yeah.
So yeah. Stay hydrated and make sure to recycle. Thank you.
Yes.
See you next time, everybody.
All right. Bye.
This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Maddie Robbins. You can find other episodes of the podcast on Acast, Deezer, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, and YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at BridgetKelly98 and at MR5MAR. Rate and review us on your podcatcher of choice. Like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, and join our Discord community using the links in the description. You can also help support us via the Acast supporter feature. Thanks for listening!